Okay, so today we've got an interesting one for you. We're taking a look at a game called Simulacra. I can barely say it, I think that's how you say it. But this one, it's a found phone horror title. It originated on the iPhone and Google Play Store, but now it's making its way to the Switch, the PS4 and also the Xbox One. Can this one break the confines of the platform? The entire game is actually based around the cell phone, or should this one have maybe just stuck to the App Store and the Play Store? Hit subscribe, hit like, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below, especially if you think this one belongs on the Switch. And with that, let's get this started.
I don't want to take anyone else!
So to preface this review, we will be keeping all game footage here to the opening hour of gameplay. This experience, it clocks in around the 5 to 6 hour mark, but I will say too much would be given away if we went too deep. We want to be sensitive to spoiling this experience for anyone out there that wants to pick it up after seeing this. So let's start with story, and again, it's going to be spoiler free this one. It's a full motion video horror experience and you're diving into someone's phone. Think basically Night Trap with considerably better story and acting. Wales Interactive, the publishers here, they're not unknown within the genre, and so far they have 2 FMV titles on the Switch. The Bunker, a horror tale, it's not bad at all, but then The Late Shift, an exceptional piece of storytelling. It's a crime thriller that I strongly suggest. This one, it's actually coming from Kaigan Games, who they're working with. They're based out of Malaysia, and they are equally respected as they publish the incredibly well-respected Sarah Is Missing, or Sim, and hopefully they've getting a lot of things even better. The biggest compliment I can give Simulacra's story is characters here. They're believable, and I really did start to care about quite a number of them as I progressed through the storyline. So in this one, similar to Sarah Is Missing, we find a lost phone. This one, it belongs to a woman by the name of Anna. Finding a video in the messages in the opening seconds of gameplay, she's screaming for help. Your role here, it's simple. Dive into the phone, talk to her friends, scour her social media, and discover the truth behind her going missing. All while the phone begins to act creepier and creepier. That's the setup, and it's a good one, I've got to say. There's something strangely weird about going through someone's personal files, you know, their social media, their messages. There's like a Tinder-esque profile here as well. You know, the kind of the voyeuristic nature of it all, it really kind of adds to the experience, I've got to say. So let's look at graphics, and what can I really say here? This one, it looks like a cell phone screen, so in that sense, 10 out of 10. It's everything you would expect as an iPhone or Android user. They kind of made like a nice mold of both together, and you should feel right at home pretty much. For obvious reasons, it's not identical to Apple or an Android. I mean, who would want that lawsuit? But I immediately could jump in and navigate the screens with little in the way of, you know, tutorials or confusion. Now within the phone itself, you can expect your investigation to take you to a number of different apps on the phone. Expect to find text messages, which can include, you know, audio, video, anything like the real version can as well. There's a platform called Flogger. It's a vlogging platform, not the most original name, that one. A gallery where you can start digging through Anna's pictures and life. Spark, or what is basically Tinder. Here you can actually talk to her matches. And then to round it all out, of course, the standard phone book as well, where you can reach out to her friends, family, and have voice and video calls. The graphics are nothing amazing, but they do exactly what you would expect for what is supposed to be a phone screen. And in that sense, I've got to say it completely hits the mark. Graphically here, you're also going to get some borders on the left and right hand side of the screen itself. Obviously, the phones are vertical, so you're going to be looking at that a lot. This though, in my opinion, it's a big miss for them. They really should have had a vertical mode included to give the whole experience more of a tablet feel. I think it would have felt, you know, more at home. I won't deny the TV and the Switch, it does have the bonus though of sharing the experience with friends and family easier. So it also depends on kind of what you're looking for from this. Do you want to share it with someone or play it solo, kind of as it was intended? This one graphical change, or viewpoint at least, it could have really supported the immersion though, in my opinion. Now moving on from the actual outlay itself, when you do find a video or photo, expect high quality images and video quality. These are the core of the gameplay and the story, and they've really made sure they act as real sequences. You can also expect some nicely done glitches and jump scares throughout. They do start from the very beginning of the playthrough, but I'm not going to go into any more detail than that. These For me, they kind of need to be seen for yourself, they need to be experienced. I really enjoyed them during my time. They kind of added that necessary level of scare that I was looking for. So graphics, overall, it's a phone, it looks like a phone, and the designs are unique while feeling familiar, which is great. It's a simple concept. They focused though exactly on what they needed to. It feels realistic, but why? There's no vertical mode still. That could have been so good. Okay, so gameplay, and it's an interesting one, I'll say that to talk about at least. It's essentially at a very basic level, tons of story with investigation elements, you know, digging through the phone, and then there's the occasional puzzle as well. I will say you don't come here for gameplay, you come here for an overall experience, an overall story. For the small elements that you do get though, controls, they work well. You use the Joy-Cons or the touchscreen to navigate the phone menus. So I did find it was weird at the beginning of the game I was locked out because the touchscreen wouldn't let me unlock the phone. I think understandably though, my recommended way to play this one here for the gameplay itself is with the touchscreen. Using a phone will come naturally to pretty much anybody, and that's going to be the closest experience to it. Now when it comes to the remainder of the gameplay, it's basically making decisions and uncovering secrets. Whether that's, you know, looking through those text messages, going on the vlogs and looking through videos, seeing if there's any clues, maybe going through a social media page. You're just simply there to find that next clue to trigger the next event and secret. Other than this, then, we do get the occasional puzzle. There's not many of them, but, you know, like you're going to restore the phone or you're looking for corrupted data, for example. It does a nice enough job of these, but I will say it's the only moment where I felt like I'd kind of left a realistic environment. These do at times feel like ways of extending the longevity of the game, and they should have just remained grounded and strong with their exceptional storytelling. Honestly, these sections, they weren't necessary. You know, you've added systems that kind of break the realism slightly, and I will say that they're probably the weakest part of the game. But that's pretty much it, that's everything. Fortunately, they've also included 5 different endings here though, so you can get some serious playtime out of this one, with each run taking somewhere in the region of the 5 to 6 hour mark. So gameplay overall, it does hit all the right marks. I really enjoyed my time with it, but the gameplay really here is button pressing, making decisions and watching a story unfold. So you've got to decide, is that for you? So finally, let's talk audio, and I've got to say they do a great job here. Yes, there's the occasional weak voice actor, of course. It's very rare, it's perfect, but 99% of the time here, each performance is incredibly unique. It continues to engross you into its storyline, and I've got to say I cared about the characters once the credits rolled. The occasional weak voice actor here and there, you know, they're rare, they're very few and far between, so it in no way lets this one down. When it comes to music, there's very little in the game itself, understandably, but we get a pretty terrible intro track on the main menu, and that's about it. At the end of the day, you're not here for the menu, you're not here for that music either, though. It's the phone you want, and the phone is pretty much exactly as you would expect. There's no music, so it can provide an oddly quiet experience as you navigate the screens, but it makes the sound effects so much more effective. You know, button presses, video audio, recorded calls, those glitches. The decision to have no music as such, it was a smart decision for a game aiming to at least be somewhat grounded in reality. Amazing, amazing work here. Okay, so my final verdict, and I think it's fair to say, you can probably tell I really enjoyed this one. It's a 9 out of 10 for sure, just for me, not here, not on my Switch, and definitely not on the Xbox or the PS4. The Switch, it at least achieves an almost tablet format with the touchscreen, but you just can't beat the real deal in my opinion. Holding your phone and seeing this game take over your screen, that's going to be an amazing experience. On a whole level, that's the immersion, that's just impossible to get here. Yes, I will say a vertical mode, it would have really helped, but it's still not going to be the same. Priced here at $12.99 on the Switch, it's not bad at all. It's more expensive than the cell phone variation, but I will say if you don't have that option, or you want to share it with friends and family and you want it on the screen, you want it on the TV, this is a fantastic way to experience this story. I shared this one myself with a girlfriend. She absolutely loved it. We made decisions together. It provides a lot of fun. The story, it's fantastic. The horror is real. It got me with some serious jump scares. The tension throughout is terrifying. But the main thing, as I've said before, is I really cared about the characters. Kudos to the actors and actresses in this one. I like them so much. In fact, I'm going to be revisiting them now and trying to hunt down those other endings. And that says a huge amount. Today, I'm giving Simulacra an 8 out of 10. What are your thoughts on this one? Will you be picking this one up? Do you think it misses the cell phone experience, or do you like the way you can share it with friends and family? Let us know in the comments below, hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you all on the next Gaming X.